Hi there. This video is going to show off the elusive 1983 FJ40. Very, very, very rare truck. In fact, this truck, having factory power steering and air conditioning, is reportedly one of 50 made. This is the very tail end of the US production. There were approximately 350 of these brought into the US according to Toyota, and out of that 350, 50 had factory power steering and AC. We've known this truck actually for a couple of years. We sold it to a client as a collection of FJ40s a couple of years ago, and it's been kept in a climate-controlled garage and driven now and again. And he's trimming out the herd a little bit, so he sent the truck back to us to resell. So anytime we sell something here, whether we've sold it before in the past or not, we don't just buy them and flip them. We always put them through an inspection. So this truck went through a 35-page inspection designed specifically for the FJ40, which allowed us the time to really inspect all systems in detail, not just functionality and what's pissing on the ground and what have you. The truck was in very nice shape, mostly because it's been through a very comprehensive restoration in the past, I think about 5 years ago. They took it completely apart, no stone was unturned, very thorough resto, complete powertrain overhaul and whatever, axles and all OEM parts as far as weather stripping and emblems and all that. If I had a complaint with the truck, and the reason the truck is not a 6-digit truck, is the quality of the paint job. Someone certainly put forth the effort, but in my humble opinion, they really lack the skill to do the body, at least to the standards that I like. That being said, as you can see, if I hadn't told you that, you really wouldn't have known it. The fit and finish and the shine on the truck is remarkable, and it runs and drives magnificently. Mechanically, after we went through it, we did the following repairs in preparing it for its sale this time. Did a new lower radiator hose and pressure test flush of the cooling system. We did a major OEM tune-up with cap rotor, plugs, wires, filters. We overhauled the front axle, replaced the Burfield seals, and turned the rotors, new wheel bearings, new spindles, new front worn hubs. We replaced the original heater control valve. The AC system was not happy, so we did a full 134 refrigerant conversion, which in turn means we completely rebuilt the AC system. So rebuilt compressor and clutch, new high and low pressure hoses, new expansion valve, and new dryer. Other than that, we replaced the clutch throwout bearing and a couple tie rod boots and steering coupler rag joint. Now the truck really is ready to rock. There's no significant concerns whatsoever mechanically. And really, as far as the paint goes, I mean, I'm really trying to show off its detail, good, bad, and ugly. It's not like it was a really crappy job where they just masked everything. I mean, it was a bare metal repaint, and the integrity of the body does appear to be excellent. It's just the final paint work and whatever filler they did apply, it is just not great. So I show you up here in a couple close-ups, and I can walk you through those specific areas of concern. So here in the rear quarter on the passenger side, there's a small blister on the ambulance door, although I got to tell you, that was there when we saw the truck 2 years ago, and it hasn't moved or grown whatsoever. There's also a chip there in the lower right-hand corner. One point the truck was set up with a drop-down tailgate for when the top is off, and that's what that bonus hardware is for. The left rear quarter panel is fine. Here on the passenger door, it looks like the paint is burnt, and here on the right rear quarter, there's some filler crack lines along the rivet seams. But again, when you look on the back side of the panel, it's quite clean. Same with the doors. Bottoms of the doors are immaculate. No panel patching or Mickey Mouse there. OEM weather stripping, all new latches and catches, new NOS door panels, new NOS dash pad. all upholstery, all weather strip, all emblems. Heater's been rebuilt, gauges have been refinished. All the original hardware is still on the truck, but has all been replated to factory finishes. There's also a chip on the driver's side running board, which I just cropped out of, but you can see it on the stills on my website. Comes with the super rare factory toolkit, jack and wrench set, and even the little rubber strap that holds it down. Back floor is super immaculate. Seat belts, the original ones have been discontinued, so these are aftermarket, but they're appropriate for the truck. Jump seats have been completely stripped and refinished, new foam, new upholstery, and even those stay straps are correct and new. There's those jack rods that are pretty impossible to find. Roll bar, heater, all the interior trims all been refinished and all the correct factory finishes. Headliners, OEM style, and no issues there whatsoever. It has the proper super rare 8 of 80 and later steering wheel. There you see 107, 400 and change original miles, and that is again the correct 6-digit odometer. That's the correct glove box door, unique to 8 of 80 and later, and that's the center dash piece that tells you it's an 83. Truck has never had a radio, so it has the factory radio delete plate there, which again is quite scarce. And there's the controller for the factory Nippon Denso AC. The AC works brilliant now that we just dumped a bunch of money into it. So it's good to go. That front floor mat also is OEM, and this year has the center console, which houses the rear heater and ashtray. And I don't know what that black switch blank is. It's for something other countries got, but the US never got. All details down to the seatbelt buzzer and the light for the choke cable and the lighter and all that stuff works. This truck is, if you want to get picky, rarer than one of 50 because it's a high altitude model with power steering and AC, as shown by those funky little vents at the ends of the dash. Those were intended to clear your side view of your side windows when fogged up, or the rear view mirror. That's how you tell a high altitude model. If I had to guess, that makes this truck one of maybe a dozen. And here again, up under dash, you can see the fit and finish. It's not some quickie auction queen. Someone really spent an enormous amount of hours going through this truck. So really can leave the paint as it is and just enjoy it. Don't worry about it and one day repaint it. Or if you really want to geek out with a complete repaint, even just on the exterior, this truck's comparable to or better than the trucks that we've seen selling for 100 to 120 at the major auction houses in this last year or so. If you're going to get an FJ40 and you like them stock, 83 is the holy grail. They've done nothing but go up in value. I've been fortunate enough to own a pretty ridiculous number of them over the years, and I look back over the years, whatever they sold for, they're worth more today. They're the most evolved mechanically, the quietest, the most capable on the freeway, best ergonomic factors, and they're the hot setup. So that's my story. Thank you for watching my video. This vehicle is listed at TLC4x4.com. Let us know if you have any more questions.